Greetings, welcome to Deckard Games YouTube thing. Today we are going to once again be looking at some pickups that I did in the last month of December, that being in the last year. I have a more substantial video coming up very soon, and this has become some kind of tradition in the channel where I share with you the few things that I got. So without further ado, let's look at stuff. So like in the last video, let's start by looking at some hardware first. And we are going to begin with this lovely Voodoo 2 from 3DFX. This is the Creative Labs version, and this is the exact model that I owned back in the day. This was gifted to me by a friend. This is from 1999, by the way. This was gifted to me by a friend, by a high school friend. He could have easily sold this by 50 pounds, 60 pounds, whatever, but he knows that I like this kind of stuff. He had one, and he asked if I wanted this one. Of course I do, and he gifted me this Voodoo 2. So now I have two Voodoo 2s that are working, and they will very soon be put into use in through SLI, so stay tuned for that. A lovely 3DFX Voodoo 2 to start things off. Secondly, I got another classic Sound Blaster, this one being model CT2950, and again, you can never have too much Sound Blaster in your life. This is not the best model by far. This is an N32, I believe. It has no PL capabilities whatsoever. Again, it's not the best, but it's a classic Sound Blaster card from Creative Labs, and you know I love my Creative Labs stuff, so I had to grab this one. It was very cheap, so it was a no-brainer. Another Sound Blaster in my collection, and again, another one to be put into use very soon. Another piece of hardware that I got, a classic IBM Mouse that is in terrible condition. It needs lots and lots of cleaning. I don't even know if this is working or not. This is absolutely yellow. On camera I think you won't be able to see it, but it's super dirty. It needs cleaning. Again, I don't know if it works or not. This was a very cheap find. I had to grab it. You know I love my IBM stuff, IBM classic stuff. So an IBM PS2 mouse in my collection now. Let's hope this one works, because I honestly don't know by this point. Still on hardware, or in this case a complete system, I was gifted in my birthday this Shinies Portable system with 168 games in one, and they are 160 games, absolutely legit games, or maybe not. This is the system itself, again, one of those clone Shinies systems, and I love weird stuff like this. This is stuff that you can take on a trip if you don't want to use your more expensive hardware, let's say more expensive systems. This is something that you can have some fun with. It has a battery, rechargeable battery, so you don't need to waste money buying batteries. And again, it's a portable system. I'm not gonna go deep into this. It has all your classic games, so it's a cool gift. And again, I love this kind of oddities, this kind of weird hardware, even if it's cheap or not. I love these kind of things, and it was a gift from my birthday, a retro FC in my collection now. Another thing that I was gifted, and this is obviously not a game, the Alien Quadrilogy, I think that's how it pronounces. Again, it was from my friend that gave me the Voodoo 2, my friend from college, and this is an absolute awesome collection. I love my Alien stuff, and this box with its various shades of green and blue is just a beautiful box. So when he asked me if I wanted this, the answer was very simple. Of course I do. And again, if you want to sell me something, put it in a big shiny box, and I'm all over it. So again, I was gifted the Alien Quadrilogy on a DVD in this beautiful, absolutely gorgeous big box or set, whatever you want to call it. And so PC big box stuff, you know I love my PC big box games because they are gorgeous. And I finally got a copy of The Dig, an adventure game from LucasArts with the collaboration of Steven Spielberg. Played this one back in the day, I believe only 1 or 2 times maybe, so this is a must replay for me. It comes with the game, of course, in a round compact disc, a reference guide to the game, a catalog of games that are coming very, very soon, apparently, and the envelope from VirginNet that it's still sealed. I don't know what's there is definitely a CD inside of here, so an envelope mystery. Again, this is a classic from LucasArts, and I'm very, very happy to finally have The Dig. It is not the foil version of the box, which is amazing. I don't own the foil version, but again, it's this lovely artwork in this big box, and I'm very, very happy to finally have a copy of The Dig in my collection. Still on PC, big box things, a game that needs no introduction, SimCity. This one is the version for Windows, not the original release for DOS. I have a video about the retrospective on SimCity, which I'll leave a link around here somewhere. Again, SimCity, floppy disk, manual, reference card. You can see all that in that dedicated video, which I'm kind of proud of. I think it turned out really, really good. So check out my SimCity retrospective video, and this is my SimCity copy, big box version, not the original box. Again, it doesn't have the Godzilla monster or whatever, but again, I'm very happy to have a classic SimCity big box in my collection, a game which had such an impact in my childhood, and I absolutely love SimCity. And another big box PC game, SimEarth from Maxis, another classic game on the PC. This one comes with 3.5-inch floppy disks, 5 1/4, which are absolutely gorgeous, a beefy manual to know how to play the game, a catalog, and again, a quick start guide. I'm very, very happy to play this one. It's not my favorite Sim game by far. The one that I love the most is SimCity, of course, and then games like Sim Farm and Sim Tower, things like that. But again, it's a classic from Maxis, and I love my Maxis games on the PC. And it has this beautiful big box. It's even bigger than the others, so I had to grab this one. I was missing it, and it's now in my collection. SimEarth, a classic game from Maxis. Another PC game, not a big box one, One Must Fall 2097. This is not only a fighting game, but it's exclusive to the PC, which is kind of rare, especially in that genre. I have a dedicated video on this, so I'll leave the link around here somewhere so you can check it out. It's a very, very cool game with an absolutely awesome soundtrack. One Must Fall 2097, a classic and exclusive PC game. I was also gifted this copy of Microsoft Windows 98, not the big box, it's on a cardboard sleeve. And again, from my friend from high school, he gave me the Voodoo 2, the Alien Quadrilogy, and the copy of Windows 98. It's always nice for displaying and things like that. So a original copy of Microsoft Windows, not 2098, just Windows 98 now in my collection, let's say it like that. I like just to display it along with my games. And I also grabbed World of Warcraft in a small DVD box because, well, it was there and it was like 50 cents, so I brought it home with me. The only reasons are those two that I've mentioned. Reason one, it was there. Reason two, it was cheap. I have nothing more to say about World of Warcraft. It's a PC game, I guess. Yeah, no, it is. PC game. That's right. And for some more classic stuff, I've gotten Kung Fu for the NES, a Nintendo classic. It's not the best game on the system by far, but I remember playing this one back in the day and I enjoyed it. It's about Kung Fu. What more can a child need than a Kung Fu guy beating up other guys? So Kung Fu on the NES now in my collection. And another classic from Nintendo, Hogan's Alley, again on the NES. This one to be played with the light gun, which by the way you can't use on modern televisions. You need an old school CRT TV to play this one, or the light gun won't work, and you just shoot the bad guys that appear on the screen. Again, a game that I've played back in the day. I prefer Kung Fu better than Hogan's Alley, but a classic on the NES and another cheap game, so Hogan's Alley in my NES collection. Still on 8-bits, but switching to Sega, I've gotten Pac-Mania. Not much to say, it's a Pac-Man game. I believe this only comes with a cartridge, yes. Cartridge only. It's Pac-Man on the Master System. It's a cool game, it's a fun game. Everybody loves Pac-Man, so the arcade fun of Pac-Man now in my Master System collection. Second game on the Master System, a classic from Sega on the arcade, Golden Axe. A brawler, and you know I love my brawlers. I prefer the Mega Drive version, of course, and because you can play with 2 players on the Mega Drive, on the Master System it's a 1-player game only. So I had to grab it. It's a brawler again. I like my brawlers, and it's an absolute classic from Sega. Golden Axe on the Master System, along with Pac-Man. These were my 2 Master System findings in the last month of December, and I'm happy especially with the Golden Axe. And on 32 bits I finally found a copy of SimCity 2000 for the PlayStation. You know how much I love SimCity 2000, it is my favorite PC game of all time, and I'm trying to go for all SimCity 2000s in different platforms. This one comes with the game and the manual, of course, and this is from the time where even PlayStation games came with a very, very substantial manual, which I like, and the case is in very good condition also. So SimCity 2000, an absolutely wonderful game in the original PlayStation. So now on Xbox, I found 3 games in December, the first one being Need for Speed Most Wanted. Not much to say about this game, a classic series from Electronic Arts. This one comes with game and manual, it's complete. Again, not much to talk about Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is not my favorite entry on the franchise whatsoever, but again, I love my original Xbox or Xbox proper games. I had to grab this one. Second game that I got on the original Xbox, Ford Racing 2. Another racing game, and another, I believe this is one that it's complete in box also, yeah, manual and CD. It's not a great game, but again, another cheap finding, so I had to bring it with me. Ford Racing 3 on the original Xbox. Third game that I've got for the Xbox, SWAT Global Strike Team. I'm gonna be honest, I know absolutely nothing about this game. The 2 reasons why I grabbed it: number 1, it was very, very cheap like the other 2, and number 2 is from Sierra, which I was very, very curious about it. I haven't had the chance to play it, but I'm definitely going to. So I believe this one is complete also, yes, with manual and game. SWAT Global Strike Team, again, I know nothing about it. It is from Sierra. I was curious, so I brought it home with me, and this is the third game that I got for the Xbox proper. And now for some more modern stuff, I've gotten for the PlayStation 4 Cinemata X. I believe this is how it pronounces, Cinemata X. It's a horizontal shooter, and I like my classic shooting games. It reminds me a lot of UN Squadron on the Super Nintendo, so I had to grab this one, and I recommend it to everyone who likes this kind of games. Cinemata X, it's a kind of indie title on the PlayStation 4. Second game on the PlayStation 4, Striker's Edge. This is a fighting game, but a different fighting game. You play on an arena which is divided in the middle, and you have to throw stuff around and try to hit your opponents. And not only it is a cool game, but it's made by a Portuguese company, so I had to grab this one. I was looking for this one for a little while. It's not rare, by all means, and it's not even expensive. I just don't come across it very often, and once I saw it, I had to grab it. Striker's Edge, a Portuguese-made game on the PlayStation 4. Last but not least, I finally got a copy of Doom on the PlayStation 4. I'm more of a classic Doom guy. I'm not even a fan of first-person shooters on consoles. I like it on my PC with a proper keyboard and mouse. But still, this is a very cool game, so I had to grab it. Being a Doom fan, I finally have a copy of Doom on the PlayStation 4, and this makes my third entry on the PlayStation 4 collection, Doom. And this is the stuff that I got in the last month of December of 2018. Hope you enjoy seeing it, because I enjoy sharing it with you and get to know your thoughts about it. Check out my other videos, since I cover an assortment of different things from classic PCs, making repros, games history and whatnot. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter, where I post all kind of things that come to mind. As long as you're there, please consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching this. Until my next video, take care.